When I first moved here, the West End was a totally safe place.
Ron Wills has lived in the West End for 3 decades. He's blind and says he counts on his community being a safe place. But now he feels things have changed, and he started a petition specifically to reclaim Jim Deva Plaza. It's a public square of sorts located just off the Davie Strip, known most notably for the giant megaphone and the rainbow crosswalks running through the intersection of Butte and Davie.
It has become a place for open drug use, drunkenness, for people to use as a public toilet, and the businesses surrounding the square constantly being harassed.
These photos and video taken between March and August by a local business owner showing garbage building up around the area, altercations, and in some cases, people laying unconscious on the ground. Will's petition is now well over the halfway mark to 2,000 signatures. He says the square, which is named after iconic local LGBTQ activist Jim Deva, was meant to be a place for everyone to use, and he's worried if he can't be included, he could see his world start to shrink.
The West End is a bunch of cement boxes in the sky. We do not all have the benefit of front and back lawn or garden.
2 years ago, if you would ask West Enders what's the top issue in the neighborhood, I think they probably would have said rent security or renter security. And now, certainly, it's shifted to public safety.
Meanwhile, Will says the intent of the petition is not to pick on the city's most vulnerable, but urge the city and province to find a meaningful solution.
My office now will be looking at this directly, and I can promise them an answer by next week.
Vancouver Mayor Kennedy Stewart acknowledges Jim Deva Plaza reflects a broader situation right across the city and points to the pandemic as undoing progress he says was being made.
Our shelters, say one would normally hold 60 people. Because of physical distancing, we have to reduce the capacity of our shelters to say hold 20 people. I've been in talks for months with the federal government to get immediate relief for housing. They really need to act now.
These problems that people are experiencing are actually reduced when supports come online and are offered. Drastic reduction in things like garbage, discarded needles, open drug use, those types of things, when there were new supports and specifically shelter provided to people in that neighborhood.
I think one of the problems is that the city provided the square and then forgot to maintain it.
When Jim Deva Plaza opened in 2016, it was the city's first so-called pavement to plaza project. And now, 4 years later, Wills says he hopes to see at least more cleaning and a public safety presence in the plaza. He says MLA Spencer Chandra Herbert has agreed to meet with him to discuss the condition of the space. In Vancouver, David Zura, City News.